Welcome back to A Jolly Good Life, and in this video, if you want to learn to make this very cute centerpiece for only $3 and a few of your own supplies like glue sticks and a glue gun, then stay tuned because we're going to be making this today on A Jolly Good Life. Let's get started. So the things you're going to need all came from the Dollar Tree with the exception of the glue gun and the glue sticks and of course my scissors as always. So the first thing I bought was these 2 fall garlands. I just chose different colors. This one's got more of a yellowish. This one's more reddish. And I also bought pumpkin picks. There's 4 of them in a bag. I got this little container. They had some plain ones as well, but I got this one here, and that was, of course, $1. And they had several of these little pumpkins with a little flower on top and a pick sticking out of it. I got that. And I also bought a little bag of pine cones, and I figured I could put them around the base as a little centerpiece once it was finished. So this is optional. So the other things you're going to need are a pair of scissors, a glue gun with some glue sticks, and something to fill your little container with. So I'm going to go ahead and try to maybe fold this cardboard up in a way that I could set it in there. You can also use some newspaper and just crumple it up to get to the height of, or any bags, like maybe some from Target or Walmart or Kroger's or whatever you have or near you. Just, you can recycle them and stick them in there, and what you're going to use it for is basically you're just going to fill the container. If you have any styrofoam, you could put that in there as well. That would probably be even better. And that way you can put your little pumpkin just like that. So your pumpkin doesn't just plop into the container. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get my little cardboard and just place it inside the container. I got a longer piece here. Not working. So I just wanted to show you a little bit better of how I made this little thing to set my pumpkin on top of. Of course, you can just form it into a little circle if this is the way you choose to make it, and tape it or staple it, whatever you might have around the house. But this is pretty much what I did. So this is the piece of cardboard I'm going to use. I'm going to cut a slit in it. Maybe I'm going to cut it probably about ½ an inch to the top. So you cut a piece right here. You make a slit. And then on the other side where it's going to complete the circle, you're going to do it on the top. So this slit is going this way, as you can see. And then the bottom slit, you're going to cut this way. So maybe that ½ an inch that you didn't do here, you do here. Right? So then you have a slit on this end and a slit on the opposite end. Where my fingers are where the slits are. So then all you're going to do is fit one slit inside the other. There you go. So this was just to show you how I did that. Then you can just work with the cardboard and cut off the excess that you don't need. Or like I said, you can always use newspaper, bags, anything that you could find to fill this little container so that your pumpkin stays level with the edge. Alright, so I'm just going to put that in there. And the next thing we're going to do is just put the pumpkin on here and glue it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is get our trusty glue gun, and I am just going to glue around the edge of the cardboard. Now, Of course, if you are using the plastic bags or newspaper or whatever it is that you can find around your house, then I'm just going to put the pumpkin on here. I'm going to hold it for a couple of seconds just so that it can get a hold of it. So next thing we're going to do is choose whatever leaves you want off of your garland, and I'm going to simply cut them off, and I'm going to start gluing them around the existing pumpkin. Now don't forget, don't use, what the heck? You jacked me up, girl.
You did this. You threw it under my door first.
I know, but I wasn't, you were filming.
Honestly, I just want clarification that you threw it because the power went off in my room.
Oh!
So I turned around and I just saw a glow stick on the floor. And I was very confused. I had to confirm where it came from.
Yeah, I forgot I did it. You know me, I'm just a little wacky like that.
Thank you for the glow stick.
You're welcome. So the next thing you're going to do is cut some leaves off of the garland, and you're going to start gluing them around your little container, around the pumpkin. And don't forget, don't use your fabric scissors for this. Use regular scissors. You don't want to mess up your fabric scissors. So this is just going to be creative process on your part. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue on the inside of the container. I'm going to take this out so that you guys can see. So you can see I put a little bit of glue on the inside of the container. So I'm going to put my pumpkin back in. And what I'm going to do is just simply hold the stuff I take from the garland. I'm just going to hold it on there and glue it. I'm going to continue doing that the whole way around. And perhaps I'll even put some glue on here to disguise the cardboard, and I'm going to go ahead and probably glue some leaves on it, like on the actual cardboard. So I'll glue some leaves on the cardboard like this, different areas, different colors, just to change it up, as well as putting it along the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll pretty much be done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Alright guys, so I went ahead and glued everything around the edges as well as on the edge of my pumpkin. Now if you choose to use, let's say, a piece of styrofoam or newspaper or whatever it may be, you can always just glue it on your little pumpkin on the very bottom. Just don't go too high. The same goes with the little bucket. Don't forget that the little pumpkin has to show, so whether you want to put extra newspaper or extra cardboard or whatever it was that you use in there to raise it a little bit higher, that's fine too. I just want to show you an example of what I'm talking about. You can really use anything. So right here next to me I have my little bucket where I put my scraps of fabric in. And this is just after I make masks and stuff. But if I want to raise my little pumpkin a little bit more, I could just plop this little bunch of fabric in there. And that's going to raise my pumpkin. So just get creative. This does not have to be fancy. Now that raised my pumpkin, I like the way it looks now. Looks a little bit better. Usually when you put it on a table on a centerpiece or something, it doesn't get moved around a lot. The worst that can happen is you just straighten him up again after he gets moved around. But I think that's really cute. I did not end up using the picks, so you really don't need to buy them. I mean, unless you wanted to and put a little extra, some glitter in there. And there's nothing fancy to this either. You just kind of put them in wherever you see fit. You can use the glittery pick. So if you choose not to use the glitter picks, this whole thing cost me $1 for the bucket, $2 for the garland, and $1 for the pumpkin. So that's a total of $3 for a super cute. Go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. I'm going to use, this was everything that was left over from the second garland. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my mantle, as well as some of the little pine cones, which of course I mentioned are totally up to you if you want to get them for $1. I want to show you how this looks like on our mantle. And here is where I'm going to be displaying it. So once again, all of this stuff came from the Dollar Tree. That's the centerpiece that we just made. And then these are all the little pine cones that I bought. Of course, you can find some for free probably around your yard. Save you $1. And then this, believe it or not, these were the leaves that were left over from that second garland. So I had quite a bit left over. And then we have a little secret friend up here I wanted to show you guys. Sierra put this slug up here on top of the fish. And our friends John and Julia made that. But this is where Sierra has decided that that slug needs to go. So that's where the slug resides. But I just wanted to show you that with a $3 centerpiece and then another $2 if you choose to make it. I want to thank everyone for joining me, and I hope you all enjoyed this super easy and inexpensive craft we made. And I can't wait to make more crafts and bring them to you guys. So I want to thank you once again for watching. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. And once again, thanks for watching. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.